What's up, YouTube? We'll knock this out, man. Real quick, man, while we out for the ride, for the afternoon ride. Something I've been thinking about since I had my bike. Like, I don't know if nobody else thinks this. Like, you sit around and you want to do something for a long time, right? Like for years. I'll say for me, close to 10 years I've been wanting to do this. I want to get a bike, motor vlog, you know, come out here, have fun on a bike, enjoy myself or whatnot. But you know, certain things, like, you know, get in the way. Like you'll want to get a house, you'll buy a car, you know, have a kid, whatever it is that happens in your life might stop you from doing something, right? And I just been thinking as I'm out here every now and then, or you know, every other day, or every weekend or whatever, while I'm on here, and I always question, like, why do you do this, you know? And I'm thinking, like, if I had my way, I would have been doing this like 2016. You know what I'm saying? I would have been doing this a long time ago. And I always go, what made you wanna do this? You know what I'm saying? Like, what made you wanna get into riding bikes? What made you... I mean, everybody thinks bikes is cool. You know, everybody looks at a bike and go, man, that looks fun. You know, that looks cool. That looks nice. I like that bike. And everybody don't have the means to just run out there and get one. You can't just go, oh, I want a bike. I think that looks cool, and then buy it. That's not everybody's reality. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't just go, oh, I want that because it looks nice, and then just purchase it. But it became mine after some years, you know, after a while. I got a better job. I started to make more money. My credit got a lot better. You know, things just started changing in my life where purchasing a motorcycle wasn't so far-fetched. Then, in between that, you know, that reality, I started thinking, will that be a smart thing to do at this point? So, you know, naturally you start thinking about what would be the smart thing to do with your situation you in now. You know, earlier in life, you just going, man, I want a bike, I want to ride it, I want to go out, do motor vlog, become famous. You know what I'm saying? That's what you naturally think. You think, do motor vlog, I'm going to be famous. And that can't be far from the truth, you know what I'm saying? But that's what you thinking. You thinking because you seeing these other people do it, that you can do it. And that's just, nobody famous or nobody that's ever made it in life didn't see somebody else do it and go, I can do that too, right? So that's kind of where I was at. I was just like, I can do that. I could do a motor vlog channel and get me a bike, and I ain't even really got a car, you know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking, this is what I want to do. As time went on and I got a little bit better at decision making, my life got a little bit better, money became a little bit more easier for me to have. I get loans anytime I want. I had to start thinking, like, you know, after a few certain dumb decisions you make with loans and shit like that, you go, man, what would be the smart thing for me to do instead of just buying a bike and then that's it? What would be the smart thing I could do with my money? So, you know, I got me a car. Well, I already had a car, but I got a better car. I purchased a home. I just did a lot more smarter things with my money, you know what I'm saying? I get a lot of head nods. I try not to look at people. I try to focus while I'm on my bike. But if I did pay attention to people, people do be noticing you on this bike. But like I said, you make smarter choices when you get the opportunity to have something like this. And this was actually a smart decision. You know, I could have easily went to the bank. Oh man, give me $25,000. Give me all this money, right? And went up there and fucking did a down payment on a S1K BMW, something crazy. You know what I'm saying? I could have easily did that. You know, that'd been nothing. But you had to be smart. I'm thinking differently now at this point in my life. Like, well, maybe don't go spend that type of money on a fucking motorcycle. And get you something that you can afford and have fun on, but at the same time be new. Oh my God. I gotta get out of here. I'm fucking these people up. They ain't never gonna get the light because of me. Get you something new, but at the same time get you something that you can afford, that you can have fun with, to see if that's what you really want to do. You know, a lot of times people don't, you know what, I'm going. I can't. I'm fucking them people up. Get you something you can afford, you'll have fun with, that you can find out if that's what you really like is bikes. Everybody looks at a bike and goes, man, that motherfucker look nice, man. I want to get on one. I'm going to be the coolest motherfucker ever. And I always sit and contemplate now, what do you really want to do? You know, like, what do you really want to do if you was to get a bike? Why did you get a bike? You know? And that's a video that I kind of start thinking of, like, man, why do you want a bike? Why what's the smart decision, or what made you really want this bike? Is it because you thought you was gonna be famous or whatever? But at the same time, I really did and really still do want this bike and more bikes. But you start to question, especially at my age, as I got older and I start making better decisions with my money, why did I do it? And how to start riding a bike this later in my dream, you know, in my mind. Because I was supposed to have been doing this 10 years ago, but I wasn't capable of doing it 10 years ago. So now that I'm doing it, I'm going, I still got the inspiration, I'm still inspired to do it. But now going back to that early me and questioning that person, why did you do it? Like, what's the real reason, you know? And what made me want to start to find that early inspiration on why I did it to begin with. What made me want to start was the camaraderie of having a bike, having friends that have bikes, early YouTubers, Do It With Dan. I watched this dude called Psycho Cruiser. He was an older guy. Walterific. Brian 636 is one. Shit. It's so many, bro. I can't even think of their names. It's been so long ago. But yeah, that's kind of like my early days of inspiration on why I started. So what would make somebody that was what can I say, the past me, not the future me, the past me, what would make you, and what do you see, like, say somebody is the old me, like, I want a bike, you know, I want to do this motovlogging thing, and I want to get out there and I want to have fun on a bike. How to start that? my advice is first, what the hell, those kids on mopeds? First, watch YouTube. Watch other people do it. You know what I'm saying? Watch other people get out here and do the motor vlogging, right? Watch them really be inspired to do it. Second, have the means, and not expendable. Almost, you don't have to be rich, but means meaning have the money to make a smart decision. Like, okay, I can get this bike, get my insurance, get everything I need to get my clothes. All that shit's expensive. Have the funds to make that decision and still take care of your business at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Have the funds to do that, because down the line you may want to change your mind. You may go, man, I don't really want to do that no more. I don't want to do that no more. I want to do a vlogging channel with me walking around with the camera. I don't want to drive around with the camera on my helmet. You got to kind of be able to shift your focus, maybe in the middle of your channel. You might want to be like, nah, I want to do that, I want to do this. And you got to be able to, okay, I'm gonna sell this bike, nothing's fucked up, no, I didn't spend too much money on the bike, I didn't do the wrong thing getting this bike. I made the right decision. I can get rid of this bike and I'm still on track, you know. 3 would be, you don't have to be super interesting. A lot of people think you gotta be this interesting guy. Not super interesting, but you gotta be this larger than life person. You gotta be this over the top character. You don't necessarily have to be that. You know what I'm saying? Have things to talk about. Be a talkative person. Sometimes people like to talk when they're not around other people. I can talk to people, but only talk to people that I know, that I like, right? Talk a lot to my wife. I talk a lot to my brother. I used to talk a lot to friends, you know, like certain friends. I'm beginning to be a little bit more closed off to the friend thing. Not saying they did anything to me, but it's a different phase of my life. Like, I was going out a lot. I was doing a lot of things friendship-wise that, you know, was something that I needed to do, was communicate with friends, be around other people, be around people that was out in the world, that was doing things, drinking, blah, blah, blah. I stopped doing a lot of that. I don't go out to clubs a lot. So a lot of the friends that you had when you're doing those type of things, they kind of fall off. Ah, hell no. They're always playing soccer over here. I guess I caught them on a rare day. But a lot of friends that I had was doing those type of things. Not saying they still doing that, but it's kind of like, well, what's the point in having friends if you're not even doing that stuff no more? So I kind of stopped having friends, you know, like outside friends, like people to be like, oh, what's up, man? What y'all got going on and shit like that. Stop doing that. Not saying that if I seen them, I'd be like, fuck you. It'll be just changed up on that. What I'm saying is, like talking, don't be so personal. Meaning, well, not personal, but don't be so closed in. Don't be like, oh man, I can't tell people my business. What I find that I see on channels that I watch is I like watching people that disclose that stuff, like talk about their life. I have to start doing that. That's kind of like some reason I'm saying this, because it's what I think a lot. I think I want to be more personable. I want to be more outgoing in my videos. I want to tell a little bit more stuff about myself. I want to have more things to talk about. And usually that comes with sharing information about yourself that you may not want other people to know about. But you gotta let that shit go. You gotta let it out. And you know, that's the content I like to see. I like to see that type of shit. So why wouldn't I want to put that in my video? You know what I'm saying? Also, be excited about what you got going on. You know, like what I notice, a lot of people, they be like, oh man, I got such and such to go do, and then you, damn, why they so happy? It makes you happy. Transfer your energy into the video. You know what I'm saying? Put that energy into the video. Say you got a concert that you went to. Say you and your girlfriend did something and you was excited about it. Put that into the video. You know what I'm saying? Act like it's the first time you ever did anything like that. Like, oh man, I've never done this. I've never, you know, been here. I've never been there. It's my first time doing this. And share that with your audience in a way that they might look at it as they experiencing it the first time with you. But other than that, man, just enjoy being able to ride a bike, man. Don't get out here and think you gotta be a daredevil. Don't get out here and think you gotta risk it all to enjoy this bike. You know, as this video, I ain't been over 50, you know, 50 miles per hour, maybe. And it's still fun. It's just as fun. It's not as, I don't have to go breakneck speed the whole time. I'm about to go out here right now to get on the green belt to get a little speed. I like to do a little bit of speeding every now and then. Not speeding, but get a little bit of airflow. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about to go breakneck speed, but I'm gonna take y'all past one of my jobs, man. I like, honestly, this is what I like to do on my bike. I like to go past places where when I didn't have this job right here, this place, I come down this street every day, man. Every day, and I work night shift, so I was pulling in here like at 7 o'clock. At the one time, right now, this is the only way to get in, I think. You only go down here to get in. It's the only way to get in. You go in there, and fucking slave, man. You just slave work. That's what it is. Slave work. Guess I tried to work here, could never get a job at Guess right here. I don't understand. They never was hiring, ever. But that job back there, that was a job I had right around the time I started kind of noticing what moto vlogging was, and I couldn't even think about affording a bike. It was unfathomable, bro. I could barely pay my bills. I could barely do anything at that time. I had to support my family, my house. Couldn't think about that. That's kind of what I'm saying, you know. That's why I like to come back around places like this. This job right here, found, I don't know if it's the same job. I think so. I found out about my second daughter here at this job. I'm gonna pull over right here. I don't know. I'm going to these trees, maybe. Like like I was saying, I like coming by places like this, right? And thinking about the times when I couldn't do this shit, you know? And just look around. I wanted to go up to that place, but I don't think that the parking lot is the same way that it used to be. I think the parking lot's blocked off on that side where I used to go in. But I like coming around places where I could face that place, but it don't matter. It's not the place. I like to come back here sometimes and just reminisce on days when I couldn't have a bike, days when I didn't have a house. I didn't even know if I was gonna have my apartment at times. And if anything, the basis of his video is stay the course, man. Stay the course. Everybody knows what that course is. It might not be the same as what mine was. I got sidetracked a lot. I did a lot of dumb shit. But if anything, take my videos and take this video, because you don't necessarily have to see all my videos. You might not even see all my videos. Take this video as a pointer of anybody can do it. You just either got to be patient enough, and you got to stay the course and never change what you want out of life. Never change what you ultimately want, meaning you gonna get it. You just don't know when, and you don't know how, but you got to keep it in your mind about what you want to get and what it is that you want. It might not look the same way as you wanted it to be, but it's coming. It just might take longer. It's like ordering something online that you know is coming from China. It's coming. You know, it's coming. You put the order in, but you don't know when it's gonna get here. You don't know if it's gonna get here, but you know it's coming. Take it like that. You just order something from England or something, and you just gotta be patient on when it's coming and when it gets here. And you gotta still want it just as much as you did when you ordered it when it gets there. That's my advice about starting a motovlogging channel, and that's my advice about riding bikes in general. You gotta still want to do it as much as you did when you seen those bikes as early as, I don't know. I didn't want a bike until I was, say, 20, I'll say 30 maybe. Say about 30. And that's when I really had the urge to get a bike. I was like, I'm getting one way or another. I don't know how, but I'm getting one. And here I am. All I want you to do is, and then as you ride around, man, you ain't gotta be so serious as me in this video, but at the same time, go buy them places. Go buy your first apartment. Go buy your first house or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Go buy them places. Look at those places. You know what I'm saying? Try to remember. Put yourself with your first home when you live with your mother. Whatever it is. Be nostalgic. Always be nostalgic. That is a key to success. Be nostalgic. That means always remember where you came from. Always look back. Because if you don't look back, you'll never know how far you came. Don't look back till going to go back. Look back to see where you came from and where you started to run from. You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised. That's my quick video on starting the motovlog channel, getting the bike, riding the bike in 2025. Be nostalgic. Remember where you came from. And when you start running, put a stake in the ground and look back every now and then to see where that stake is at. Look back and see where that point is at where you started that run. Marathon continues, like Nip say. And we out this motherfucker, man. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this ride. I'm gonna get back to the house. Salute to everybody that watch these videos. And we'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. Sweezy.